Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Madam Tolulope. She's a chief now. My bad. She is a chief. Chief Mrs. Tolulope Gauji. My former boss. You're most welcome, madam.
Best ever cabin crew. I'm actually delighted to be here. And I must say, I doff my cap to Mama J, that's what we call her, for this wonderful, beautiful thing that we've put together. Komi, unfortunately, like in our business, there are always emergencies. She's had to deal with an emergency, and that's why she's not here this morning. So I'm just going to try to take us through what she has put up for this first cabin crew fair. First and foremost, I can see that you're all looking gloomy. Please, could you put a smile on your face? We don't like people who don't smile. We need people who like to smile. Our job is to smile. We welcome people, and you can't welcome people without a smile. So please put a smile on your face. Thank you. So here we go. It says, who are you? Are you a flight attendant? The flight attendants in the house, can I see your hands up? Okay, thank you. The air hostesses, if you're in the house or you're an air host, let me see your hand up. If you're a cabin crew, let me see your hand up. How about if you're a cabin attendant? Just put up your hand. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter what the nomenclature is. We're all one and the same thing, because our job roles at the end of the day are the same thing. And that's basically it. One of the problems with most of the presentations today is that time is a factor, so we can't crack too many jokes because we've got a long day and we don't want to keep us here forever. But it doesn't matter, like I said, whatever the nomenclature, you are basically one of us. We're the same thing. It's just a matter of name. One of the names that is actually missing here is cabin executive. I joined the industry as a cabin executive. Cabin executives here, let me see your hand up. All right, then. Now, the first flight attendant, according to Wikipedia, was a German guy named Heinrich Kubis. And this was way back in 1912, and I don't think anybody in this room was born then. So we can see that it's something that is going on and on and on and on. From that, you had cabin boys. Today, the career is dominated by women. You have women. Yes, you still have the boys. Sorry if I'm calling you boys and you feel you're men. But the boys, the cabin boys, it looks like the girls have outnumbered the boys today. But then, we started with boys. After the first cabin attendant, we had boys, cabin boys, doing this job. And there's always a difference when women enter business. We bring color to it. And that's why they had no choice. We had the first female attendant with United Airlines. And she was a nurse because they felt that it was better for nurses to do the job. However, by 1936, we had flight attendants, taking over the business. And today, this is the story. You can look at yourselves. Some of us are beautifully dressed in our various uniforms. Some of us are aspiring to be cabin crew. And we will all make our mark. So who is a cabin crew? I know that the authority is here, and we need to make sure that we are covered by the authority. And according to Nigerian cars, a cabin crew member who performs in the interest of safety of passengers, duties assigned by the operator or the pilot in command of the aircraft, but who shall not act as a flight crew member. And that's self-explanatory, but what I want to say is this. God forbid the day you are flying and the captain becomes incapacitated. There might be things that you have to do to become a flight crew member by exigencies. But this is the definition that the authority has given to us. And so that means that you're on board basically or mainly for the safety of passengers. What do you do? Once again, I can see the smiles disappearing. Please keep those smiles till the end of today. You need to learn to smile. It should be a part and parcel of you. You're saying hello to somebody, it should be with a smile. And I want to see the smiles. I've been looking around today. I may no longer be flying, but I'm still in this aviation business. So if somebody calls me and says, please, Tolu, help us sit on this panel, and you are there and you come in and you're not smiling, that's the first thing that will knock you out. So please, you have to be welcoming. Warmly welcome people. That's one of the basic things we do. And the thing about it is, the truth of the matter is, a lot of people are actually scared of flying. So if you come on board a flight, or you're coming towards the aircraft, and the kind of place you're seeing is a place that is, you're already afraid, that won't make you more afraid. So that's why you need to smile. So you need to show that you're warm, that you're willing to accept these people to yourself, and all that. Then you do your welcome aboard. If passengers board the aircraft. For those of us who fly over and over again, you hear welcome aboard announcement. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome aboard this flight, and so on and so forth. That's part of our way of making you feel comfortable, making you feel familiar with your environment, trying to make you feel at ease. And you find out while the airplane is still on ground and you have not shut the aircraft doors, this announcement goes on over and over again. And that's just to calm you down. I could tell you stories about people who are so scared of flying. I had a man one day who said, please, you have to sit beside me. I'm afraid of flying. And I said, I'm sorry, sir, I can't sit beside you. I have to take my crew seat. But I'll be looking out for you. So once you take your crew seat and you're looking into the cabin, people are looking up. They're looking up to you because a lot of them are so scared. So your job is also to welcome board passengers. Your major role as a cabin executive, a cabin crew, a cabin attendant, a flight attendant, whatever the name is safety. For those of you who are aspiring to become cabin crew, it's not about the painted face and what have you. It's about this. This is the major part of our business. I see myself as a safety professional. And you can never stop being safety conscious. And your safety role involves, one, even before you get there, ensuring that everybody on that flight has their seatbelts fastened. And it is not a joke.
The people need to listen to you. You need to command their respect. So you don't just go and say, fasten your seatbelt, sir. No. You have to show the person that you're in charge, because that's your job. You have to be assertive. You don't have to be rude. Cabin crew are not meant to be rude, but you must be assertive. You must tell people, this is what.
Things as basic as cell phones. Passengers want to do so much with their cell phones, even until the last minute. What I do is this. Because you know that sometimes passengers have wanting to ignore you. I simply go to you the person, excuse me sir, please can you switch off your phone? I talk to you quietly, like we're one-on-one. When you don't say anything, I raise my voice up.
Excuse me, sir. Please, could you switch off your phone? And then, if he doesn't answer, by the third time, I have gotten the passengers to help me tell him. Because I'll say, excuse me, sir, you need to switch off your phone now. And next thing, passengers are, because I'm going to tell the captain is probably going to turn back. And nobody wants time delay. So the passengers help me. So we have a lot to do. But our major job as cabin crew, or whatever name you want to use, is safety. Apart from pre-flight checks, you've also got to ensure that you do your safety briefing very well. You do your demonstration, that's what we call it. You make sure that
you don't just do these things anyhow. You need to pass across the message while you are doing your safety demonstration. It's done with all seriousness. Yeah, you can still have a slight smile on your face, but you need people to know that, no, this is no joke. Because I tell you, there have been instances where when you do have decompression, which is one of the things that could happen, some people don't even know what to do. That decompression can hit you as a cabin crew as like, how come? because I didn't feel all the signs and symptoms that I was expecting. So you need to watch out. So that's your safety rule. Your secondary rule is to ensure that your passengers are comfortable. Want something to drink, want something to eat, whatever you can do to make that possible, that's your job. So please ensure that as much as possible, and you come across all sorts of people. Sometimes people haven't eaten all day and they're asking you for a drink. Fine, it's not time for you to do that service, but please oblige them. Nothing stops you from doing that. Please just, okay, I need a drink. Okay, I'll get it for you. If it's within that, don't just walk past people. You never can tell. He could be diabetic and he needs that, to make sure it doesn't become a medical emergency on your flight. And that's one thing that you don't want. So believe me, let's look out for our passengers. I don't fly as a crew any longer, but I fly a lot. I don't think there's a month that goes by and I don't fly as a passenger. And my oh my, I've seen some things I'm shocked at. And I just keep quiet because most of the time I fly incognito. Maybe at the end of the flight I tell the people, okay, do you know this person? Tell the person you saw Mrs. D. And that's all. You go and find out the rest. I remember one day I was on an Arabic flight and I was fortunate to sit at the overwing exit. The guy did the briefing and then I was trying to chat to him and we were about 39. I said, the whole thing was, and he wanted, I just said, it's time for your 30 seconds review. And he looked at me and said, I didn't say, of course I didn't say anything. He got off and was later. That's not the reality, but that's what happens over and over again. And I do know that these passengers are something else, but there are always ways. And they say, where there's a will, there's a way. We can find it. You're your company's ambassador. Once you wear that uniform, you cannot afford to misbehave. So please, let's remember that. Let that be at the back of your mind, that you represent that organization and do represent it well. And remember, tomorrow, I'm looking forward to seeing cabin crew float airlines. And I can tell you, all this falling down of airlines, I don't see that happening once you start running the airlines. Because we're people managers, we know how to manage people. We manage all sorts of people. So you cannot be a cabin crew and not be able to manage an organization. I tell you that, that's my strong belief. And we'll get there shortly. So thank you all for coming today. There are various organizations which you'll get to hear about that train cabin crew. And for those of you who are looking forward to becoming part and parcel of us, I look forward to welcoming you on board. All the best.